Okay, so we have multiple breaking news coming out. We're going to start with this one first. A magnitude 5.5 earthquake struck Bangladesh and parts of India on Friday, taking at least 10 and injuring hundreds of others. Not only that, but we have some more breaking news. NASA sounding the alarm. A NASA satellite image shows a volcano on Russia's Kamchatka Peninsula. Remember, this is where the 8.8 magnitude struck a few months ago. Once again, Russia's volcano that has awoken after more than 400 years of slumber. Alright, so this volcano first began spilling lava and spitting up ash on the morning of August 3rd, 2025. And I believe this was after the 8.8 earthquake. Alright, guys, before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, Lord Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Guys, if you can, please pray for the people in India and also Bangladesh. It was a 6.0, but then it was downgraded to a 5.5. But it was catastrophic. Again, there was a lot of things that collapsed, and hundreds are injured. So we need to pray for many people out there. Earthquakes in various places and volcanic activity are occurring. The United States Geological Survey reported that the earthquake hit at 4:38 GMT time. Its epicenter was detected in Bangladesh Gawashal area, approximately 30 kilometers northeast of Dhaka, at a depth of 10 kilometers. Now, the tremor, which lasted for several seconds, caused building to sway, sending panicked residents into the streets. The fire service and civil defense emergency response department reported cracks in a number of buildings in Dhaka. That's not good. Some of those buildings, there's a possibility, need to come down or repaired. But there's multiple cracks going on. It's not safe for people to be in it. At least 4 have passed in the capital, including 3 who were passed when a railing fell. Ooh. Again, like I say, guys, my condolences and prayers. So it says here in Gazipur, an industrial district north of the capital, Dhaka, at least 400, mostly garment workers, were injured as they rushed in panic to exit factory buildings during the quake. Now, the jolt was also felt in Kolkata, the capital of the Indian state of West Bengal, and its adjoining areas. Now, the local and the Bazaar newspaper reported. Now, the earthquakes are common in northern and southeastern Bangladesh due to the interaction between the Indian and Eurasian tectonic plates, according to the USGS. But this time, the quake jolted central Bangladesh as a result of reverse faulting at shallow depth within the Indian plate. Man. There are pictures here, guys. A lot of pictures of disturbing scenes. There are pictures here of rescue operations, and I'll try not to show it, guys, due to this platform. So give me a second here. So this was from earlier today. Whoops, there we go. So Bangladesh rocked by 6.0 earthquake struck Bangladesh early Friday, shaking the densely populated region around Dhaka. The earthquake hit at 4:38 GMT time at a depth at 36 kilometers, with its epicenter roughly 28 kilometers northeast of the capital. Local authorities have not yet reported damage or casualty, but the USGS warned that a high number could rise. Is expected given the population density and building conditions near the epicenter. Officials are assessing the situation as aftershock remain possible. Man. Let me take you to the USGS really quick here, guys. So if I'm not mistaken, I think it's in that region right there. You see where it say India? Let me kind of fix this really quick so you guys have a better view. There we go. So I think that's the one. That blue dot. 5.5 Bangladesh, 10 kilometers. I'm not seeing any aftershock though. But it happened in that region. Wow. So I would keep it updated with that earthquake news. And again, to a lot of people, it's not big. It is big for them. Remember, guys, a lot of their homes, it's not earthquake proof. All right. A lot of their stuff, it does come down really quick. All right. So here in California, they're earthquake proof. And to build those stuff, it costs a lot of money. Again, when it comes to withstanding like a magnitude 6 point plus. So those buildings in California are very strong compared to other countries. So please pray for Bangladesh, India. We're praying for you. According to officials, there's a possibility those numbers might go up. All right, so we're going to jump with the next one here, Volcano. A NASA satellite image show a volcano on Russia-Kamchatka Peninsula that has awoken after more than 400 years of slumber. Now, once again, this volcano first began spilling lava and spitting up ash on the morning of August 3rd, 2025, according to reports from the Kamchatka Volcanic Eruption Response Team. It has stayed active ever since, erupting ash, volcanic gases, and lava. So they're not mentioning the 8.8. For those of you that don't know, Russia got hit with an 8.8. That was almost a 9.0. All right, so that's what you call a mega quake. All right, so it struck that region and it damaged some of their nuclear submarines because they have the nuclear submarine base out there. And a few days later, I think maybe a week later, this volcano erupted. So, and they are still seeing earthquake out there. I think, give me a second here. Yeah, they're still seeing earthquake. You see that? See, again, like this one right here, that's a 5.7, 10 kilometers. So they are still seeing an earthquake out there. That's what a 8.8 occurred. All right, let's go back with the volcano. Here we go. Oh, here's a picture. Landsat 8 was built, tested, and launched by NASA while US Geological Survey operates it and manages the data collection. A volcanic plume billows from one of the volcano craters and drift to the northwest. Now, this eruption has lofted plumes several kilometers above the crater rim, leading authorities to keep the aviation color code elevated to orange. A recent lava flow extends to the northeast, contrasting with the snowing slopes, said NASA in a statement. Code orange typically means a volcano is exhibiting heightened unrest with increased likelihood of eruption or volcanic eruption. Is underway with no or minor ash emission. So they're keeping an eye on this one here. Now, I do believe this is considered a supervolcano, not a stratovolcano. So the episode began 5 days after an earthquake shook the peninsula. The epicenter of the earthquake, one of the strongest recorded by modern seismic instruments, according to Earth Observatory, was about 240 kilometers. That's 150 miles south of the volcano. The earthquake struck on July 29, 2025, triggering Pacific-wide tsunami watches and warnings, according to the United States Geological Survey. In keeping with a volcano that had not erupted or shown any signs of activity is about 400 years. I'm going to skip some of their names here, guys. Here's another picture. NASA has been releasing a lot of pictures ever since the Gulf shut down. So they released pictures of this volcano, also 3-Eye Atlas, pictures and videos, and I do believe Kilauea Volcano in Hawaii, they have released some new videos. It says here, he added, I would consider this eruption as triggered by the magnitude 8.8 earthquake. And that's the one that I just mentioned at the very beginning. So I believe that 8.8 woke up a whole bunch of volcanoes out there. The volcano has two overlapping stratovolcanoes, cone-shaped bodies with steep sides formed by viscous, explosive magma within a caldera. The eruption that formed this cauldron-like hollow appeared to date back around 30,000 years. Guys, again, I don't go by these extreme numbers. Scripture tells us, again, give us specific dates. I believe that from the very beginning of Adam and Eve to our time is the year 5,000, almost the year 6,000. But again, according to some scientists, the planet has been around for quadruple years, or trillions of years. All right, so it says here, while the volcano's previous eruption occurred around 1550 and produced lava flows from both summit cones, Earth Observatory reported. Those numbers are just really crazy. Like the dinosaurs 66 million years ago. Again, just think about the number. 66 million. Again, you know what 66 million years? 66 million. That's a big number. The dinosaurs 66 million years ago? One thing I tell you, they don't talk about the flood. They talk about an asteroid. Scripture just does not mention an asteroid. Scripture says the opposite, the Great Flood. But for some reason, apparently there was a big massive rock that took out the dinosaur 66 million years ago, and we finding their bones. And you know what's so crazy about it? They're finding proteins in these dinosaur bones. But how's that? An asteroid will vaporize everything. Just completely wipe out everything, even bacteria. Just completely knock everything out. No protein, nothing left. Nothing left. It's just gone. But I tell you what, it does make sense with a great flood, because the water just take everything and buries them. And it's moist. It's still, buried underground. That's why they keep finding all these bones with proteins. It wasn't a space rock. It was a great flood. So it says here, while the volcano may have been triggered by the recent earthquake, NASA noted that it is common for multiple Kamchatka volcanoes to erupt at the same time. All right, so once again, we are definitely seeing some volcanoes, and we are definitely seeing some earthquake. Now, I did talk about volcano. There was one that erupted. Oh, Indonesia. That was the one that erupted. I mean, that was a big eruption, too. That was a stratovolcano. Give me a second here. I want to see if this is a... I truly apologize. I did mention that this could be a super volcano, but let me just triple check. Give me a second here. Okay, I take that back. It's not a super volcano. I'll take it back, guys. I truly apologize. I take that back. So the volcano is not a supervolcano. The Krasne Ninikova is not a supervolcano. It is a stratovolcano that has had very large past eruption, including the formation of its caldera. But it does not meet the criteria of a supervolcano. A supervolcano is defined by its ability to produce an eruption with a volcanic explosivity index. All right. Now, its supervolcano is like Yellowstone. That's a supervolcano. Give me a second here. Let me just... Yeah, Yellowstone is a supervolcano. Yes, Yellowstone is a supervolcano defined by its capacity for super eruption. All right. Give me a second here. So if Yellowstone was ever to erupt, the eruption would entail more than dangerous lava flows and could be expected to take out as many as 90,000 immediately and spread a 10-foot, 3-meter layer of molten ash as far as 1,000 miles from the park. Rescue probably will have a tough time getting in there. But again, that's just, what if. But I believe that number, 90,000, is way too low. If Yellowstone was ever to erupt, boy oh boy, this entire sleeping giant will shake. Multiple states will feel the ground shake, and the sun will be blocked. And I'm not trying to spook no one, but this is what a supervolcano does. All right. But anyway, guys, this is where we are right now. I will keep it updated with the Bangladesh and India. Please pray for them, and I will keep it updated with all the volcanoes and earthquakes in various places. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Till next time later. Peace.